experiencing the levels of success, happiness, and freedom that they really want. The next crucial step is to understand why. To prevent it from happening to you, you must know what causes the average person to end up living a life of mediocrity. If you were to ask the average person in the country, 40 to 50-year-old, settling for less than what they want and struggling to be happy to pay their bills, etc., if you were to ask them if this was their plan, their vision for their life, what would you think they would say? Do you think they envisioned this life of struggle? Of course not. And that, my friend, is the scary part. If 95% of our society is not living the life that they want, we must figure out what they did wrong or what they didn't do right so that we don't end up living a life of mediocrity. We don't want our lives to be a struggle. I want a life of freedom where I get to wake up and do what I want, when I want, with whomever I want. I want to get out of bed every day and truly love my life. Can you scroll, please? I want to love my work and I want to love the people I get to share my life and work with. That's my definition of success. That kind of life doesn't just happen. It must be designed. If you want to live an extraordinary life as defined and designed by you, then you must identify the fundamental causes of mediocrity so you can prevent them from robbing you of the life you want. Following are what I believe to be the most relevant causes of mediocrity and unfulfilled potential, the ones that have made and will continue to make the biggest impact on your life, and what you can do to defeat them. The causes of mediocrity and your solutions. Rearview mirror syndrome. One of the most crippling causes of mediocrity in life is a condition I call rearview mirror syndrome. Our subconscious minds are equipped with a self-limiting rearview mirror through which we continuously relive and recreate our past. We mistakenly believe that who we were is who we are, thus limiting our true potential in the present based on the limitations of our past. As a result, we filter every choice we make from what time we will wake up in the morning to which goal we will set to what we allow ourselves to consider possible for our lives. Through the limitation of our past experiences, um, through the limitation of our past experiences, we want to create a better life, but sometimes we don't know how to see it in other way than how it has always been. Research shows that on any given day, average person thinks somewhere between 50,000 to 60,000 thoughts. The problem is that 95% of our thoughts are the same ones we thought the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that. It's no wonder most people go through life day after day, month after month, year after year, and never change the quality of their lives. Like old worn baggage, we carry stress, fear, and worry from yesterday with us into today. When presented with opportunities, we quickly check our rearview mirror to assess our past capabilities. No, I've never done that. I've never done anything like that before. I've never achieved at that level. In fact, I have failed time and time again. When presented with adversity, we go back to our trusty rearview mirror for guidance on how to respond. Yep, just my luck. This stuff always happens to me. I'm going to give up. That's what I've always done when things get too difficult. If you are to move beyond your past and transcend your limitations, you must stop living your life of rearview mirror and start imagining a life of limitless possibilities. Accept the paradigm. My past does not equal my future. Talk to yourself in a way that inspires confidence that not only is anything possible, but that you're capable and committed to making it so. It's not even necessary to believe it at first. In fact, you probably won't believe it. You might find it uncomfortable and you might resist doing it. That's okay. Repeat it to yourself anyway, and your subconscious mind will begin to absorb the positive self affirmations. More on how to do this in chapter 6. Don't place unnecessary limitations on what you have wanted for life. Think bigger than you have allowed yourself to think up until this point. Get clear on how you truly want what you truly want. Condition yourself to believe that it's possible by focusing on and affirming it every day, and then consistently move in the direction of your vision until it becomes your reality. Sorry, I just wanted to add one point over here about affirmations and manifestation. Just a few days back, I was listening to this one video, which gave a very important message about affirmations and manifestations as to what they do to our mind. So there is this function called amygdala in our mind, which kind of creates fear response. And that fear response, this person whose video I was watching was telling that fear response is because of the uncertainty. Like we were just discussing about the war and all that, right? That gives us stress and tension because of the uncertainty, whether Ahmedabad airport will close or not, whether there will be something wrong with my city tomorrow. So there is an uncertainty. But when we manifest or when we give affirmations that everything will be positive, everything will be correct, and this is how I visualize my next day, my next week, next year to be. Then we have kind of given a certainty to our brain, and we have tricked our brain to, in a certainty mindset that it is certain that my life is going to be in this manner, and that gives a lot of peace and a lot of relaxation and a lot of calm to your mind. And he had explained that people who were to die in like they knew like they will be dying in next 24 hours, people who are like sentenced to death or something like that. So they have written about this experience where they have the certainty that they'll be dying in this 24 hours, and they felt like immensely peaceful about it because of that certainty, that certainty that they had at that point. Sorry, just a deviation on that. So continuing. There is nothing to fear because you cannot fail. You can only learn, grow, and become better than you have ever been before. Always remember that where you are is a result of who you were, but where you go depends entirely on who you choose to be from this moment on. Okay, from here I can hand over to others. There are many people who have nominated. Or maybe actually, you can take over.
Okay, thank you, Sam. Lack of purpose. If you ask the average person what their life purpose is, you will get a funny look or a response like, "Gee, I don't know. What if I asked you? What would you say?" The average person can't articulate their life purpose, the compelling why that drives them to wake up every day and do whatever it takes to fulfill their mission in life. Rather, the average person takes life one day at a time and has no higher purpose beyond merely surviving. Most people just focus on getting through the day, taking the path of least resistance, and pursuing short term, short lived pleasures along the way while avoiding any pain or discomfort that might cause them to grow. During the course of my 7-year career in direct sales, despite having broken numerous company sales records, I spent the first 6 of those 7 years fighting the uphill battle of mediocrity and losing more often than not. My results were inconsistent, and I consistently accepted far less than my best until I finally figured out the secret to overcoming mediocrity. Live a life of purpose. After being inducted into my company's Hall of Fame, I was ready to move on and pursue my dream of becoming an author, speaker, and coach. However, I had never achieved my full potential within the company. I was about to leave the company with the mediocrity monkey on my back. It was sure to follow me into my next venture unless I did something about it. Up until then, I didn't have a compelling life purpose that got me up in the morning even when I didn't feel like getting up. I had no purpose that drove me to get on the phone and call prospects even when I didn't need more money. I decided in that moment that my life purpose for the next 12 months would be to become the person I need to be to create the success, freedom, and quality of life that I truly want. I combined this with my other life purpose. Yes, you can have more than one, which was to selflessly add value to the lives of others by assembling a team of 16 other sales reps. I led weekly conference coaching calls to support them in reaching their goals free of charge for the next 46 consecutive weeks. Living every day in alignment with my two life purposes, consistently, consciously aligning my thoughts, words, and actions with each purpose. Not only did I have my best sales year ever, a 94% increase over my previous best, but I also led more reps to surpassing the highest performance level than at any other time in the company's 50-year history. To defeat this cause of mediocrity, you need a life purpose, which can be any purpose you want. It can be anything that resonates with and inspires you to wake up every day and live in alignment with your purpose. Now, I totally understand that asking you to come up with your life's purpose right now may sound a bit overwhelming. Just remember that you get to make it up, and this first one can be something simple, even small. Example, I'm going to smile more so that I can bring a little more happiness to my life and to those around me. Or I am going to ask every person I meet what I can do to help them so that I can add value to more people's lives. It will be your first step towards a bigger life purpose. Keep in mind that you can change your life purpose at any time. You can grow and evolve, so will your purpose. What's important is that you choose a purpose, any purpose, and start living by it now. You can even borrow one of the purposes I just shared with you. Many of my coaching clients have. Keep in mind that you are not supposed to figure out what your purpose is. You get to make it up, create it, decide what you want it to be. In his best selling book, The Rhythm of Life, Matthew Kelly enlightens us to a universal life purpose that I believe we should all live by to become the best version of ourselves. In other words, focus on growing and being the best you can be, pursuing your dreams and inspiring others to do the same. That's your purpose. Schedule some time this week to think about and articulate your life's purpose. Write it down where you will see it every day. In fact, you'll have time to do this during your miracle morning. Always remember that when you are committed to a life purpose that is bigger than your problems become relatively insignificant and you will overcome them with ease. Isolating incidents. One of the most prevalent yet not so obvious causes of mediocrity is isolating incidents. We do this when we mistakenly assume that each choice we make and each individual action we take is only affecting that particular moment or circumstance. For example, you may think it's no big deal to miss a workout, procrastinate on a project, or eat fast food because you'll get a do over tomorrow. You make the mistake of thinking that skipping that workout only affects that incident and you'll make a better choice next time. Nothing could be farther from the truth. We must realize that the real impact and consequence of each of our choices and actions, and even our thoughts, is monumental because every single thought, choice, and action is determining who are becoming, which will ultimately determine the quality of our lives. As T. Harv Eker said in his best selling book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, how do you do anything? How you do anything is how you do everything. Every time you choose to do the easy thing instead of the right thing, you are shaping your identity, becoming the type of person who does what's easy rather than what's right. On the other hand, when you do choose to do the right thing and follow through, follow through with your commitments, especially when you don't feel like it. You are developing the extraordinary discipline which most people never develop, necessary for creating extraordinary results in your life. As my good friend Peter Vogt often teaches his clients, discipline creates lifestyle. For example, when the alarm clock goes off and we hit the snooze button, the easy thing, most people mistakenly assume that this action is only affecting that moment. The reality is that this type of action is programming our subconscious mind with the instructions that it is okay for us to not follow through with the things we intended to do. More on that in the next chapter. We must stop isolating incidents and start seeing the bigger picture. Realize that everything that we do affects who we are becoming, which is determining the life that we will ultimately create and live. When you see the big picture, you start to take the alarm clock more seriously. When the buzzer goes off in the morning and you are tempted to snooze, you start thinking, wait, this is not who I want to become. Someone who doesn't even have enough discipline to get out of bed in the morning. I'm getting up now because I am committed to waking up early, hitting my goals, creating the life of my dreams, etc. Always remember that who you are becoming is far more important than what you are doing, and yet it is what you are doing that is determining who you are becoming. Someone can take over. Next name, Pallavi ji. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Lack of accountability. The link between success and accountability is irrefutable. Virtually all highly successful people, from CEO to professional athletes to President of United States, embrace a high degree of accountability. It gives them the leverage they need to take action and create results, even when they don't feel like it. Without it, we had have a lot more pro athletes skipping practice and CEOs spending their days playing words with friends on their iPhones. I'm sure someday, I'm sure some are already doing that. I am guilty of it occasionally, but we had have a lot more. Accountability is the act of being responsible to someone else for some action or result. Very little happens in this world or in your life without some form of accountability. Virtually, even positive results you and I produce from a birth of age 18 was thanks to the accountability for provided for us by the adults in our life, parents, teacher, bosses, etc. Vegetable got eaten, homework was completed, teeth were brushed, we bath and go to bed at a reasonable hour. If it weren't for the accountability provided for us by our parents and teacher, we would have been uneducated, malnourished, sleep-deprived, dirty little kids. Nice way to reframe it, right? Accountability has brought order to our life and allowed us to progress, improve, and achieve results we wouldn't have otherwise. Here is the problem. Accountability was never something you and I asked for, but rather something that we endured as children, teen, and young adults. As it was forced upon us by adults, most of us unconsciously grew to resist and resent accountability altogether. Then, when we turned 18, we embraced every ounce of freedom we could get our hands on, continuing to avoid accountability like it was plague, perpetuating a downward spiral into mediocrity, developing detrimental mindsets and habits such as laziness, deflecting responsibility, and taking shortcuts, hardly a recipe for success. Now that we all are grown up and striving to achieve worthy level of success and fulfillment, we must take responsibility for initiating our own system of accountability or move back with our parents. Our accountability system could be a professional coach, mentor, even a good friend or family member. The reality is that statistically 95% of people that read any book don't implement what they learn because no one is holding them accountable to do so. There is a way to change that. Highly recommended. Get an accountability partner. Have you ever had a day where you intended to exercise or go to a gym but didn't go because you didn't feel like it? Sure, we all have. What about when you know someone is counting on you to meet them at gym or on a running trail? Aren't you much more likely to follow through when you have someone else holding you accountable? I strongly recommend teaming up with an accountability partner while you read this book. This can be a friend, co-worker, or family member that you simply share the miracle morning with by sending them to www.miraclemorning.com. You can get a Miracle Morning crash course, two free chapters of this book, as well as the Miracle Morning videos and audio program, all for free. That way, you have someone who is committed to taking his or her life to next level, and the two of you can support, encourage, or hold each other accountable. You can even post an invitation on your Facebook wall or on the highly supportive member of the Miracle Morning community at www.miraclemorning.resources. You might post something like, I am looking for someone who wants to improve their life to be my accountability partner for the My Miracle Morning 30 Days Life Transformation Challenge. Check out www.miraclemorning.com. Let me know if you are interested. Keep in mind that anyone who responds to this is the type of person you want to have in your circle of influence. I had urged you to make a commitment now to call, text, or mail a friend today, inviting them to join you on your miracle morning journey. Read the book with you and be your accountability partner for the Miracle Morning 30 Days Transformation Challenge. See Chapter 10 or visit the Miracle Morning community at www.miraclemorning.com resources to connect with fellow miracle makers and find your ideal accountability partner. Mediocre circle of influence. Research has shown that we become like an average of five people we spend the most time with. Who you spend your time with may be a single most determining factor in the person you become and in your quality of life. If you are surrounded with lazy, weak minded, excuse making people, you will inevitably become like them. Spend time with positive, successful achiever, and inevitably their attitude and successful habit will reflect on you. You will become more like them. This is true in every area: success, health, happiness, weight, income. If all of your friends are generally happy and optimistic people, then you are going to be naturally become more happy and optimistic just by being around them. If all of your friends are successful and earn over $1 lakh a year, even if you enter their circle earning for less, you will automatically be pulled up by their level of thinking and influenced by the habit they have established to be successful. On the contrary, on on the contrary, if most of the people you associate with are constantly complaining and focus on the negative side of life, the odds are, are you will be too. If your friends are not striving to improve their life, or if they are struggling financially, then they are not going to challenge or inspire you to do any better. Unfortunately, there will be a lot of people who are trying to get ahead in life but they keep getting pulled down by people around them. This can be especially difficult when those people are your family. You must be strong and make sure you spend less time with people who don't encourage and challenge you to become the best you can be. Seek out seek out people who Seek out people who believe in you, admire you, and can help you get where you want to go in life. You must actively seek out such people to improve your circle of influence. They really just shown up by chance. Here are some ways that you can do that. You can join an online community such as meetup.com, where you can connect with like minded people in your area who have similar interests. You can join an existing meetup group or start your own. If you are a business owner or professional who markets any product or service, you can join a business networking and referral marketing group, the largest of which is BNI. www.bni.com. I was a member of BNI for many years. It helped me grow my business and I always recommend it to others. If you are a student, high school, junior, high, or elementary school student, I highly recommend that you look into joining Boys and Girls Club of America by finding one of their 4,000 local club at www.bgca.org. It is one of the best organizations for young people to set themselves on the road to success. Their mission is to enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. And form club members include Denzel Washington, Edmund Standler, Jennifer Lopez, and Squell O'Neill. Those aren't bad footsteps to follow if you want to be successful. As I have mentioned, we have an exceptionally positive, supportive, and highly interactive community you can join. www.miraclemorning.com resources. There you can connect and network with all type of like-minded individuals, all of whom are striving to take themselves and their life to next level while supporting other to do same. It is often said that misery loves company, but so do mediocrity. Don't let the fear, insecurity, and limiting belief of others limit what is possible for you. One of the most important commitment you will ever make is to make proactively and continuously improve your circle of influence. Always seek people who will add value to your life and bring out the best in you. And of course, be that person for others. This is another reason that it is so valuable for you to commit to inviting a friend, co-worker or family member to be your accountability partner and do the miracle morning with you. You will be adding value to that person's life by helping them increase their level of personal development, which in turn will make them a better influence on you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for reading for all us, all of you. Just give me a minute. I'm just checking how much the chapter is left. Otherwise we'll take it tomorrow. Okay, it's just step 3, and then these 2 parts. Shall we just finish it, friends? Just 2, 3 points. It will take us, I think, 5 or maybe a little more time. Is it okay?
Yeah, let's do
We
that.
can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Who would want to read this part? You can just someone can just take up and finish off the chapter. Anyone?
I, I can do that, Mansi, if no one is opting. Oh, some name is there, I think.
Okay, I
Name.
did not feel just a minute.
No. Saurabh has written something.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah, okay, okay. If no one is there, even I can read. No one wants to read. Anjali, you want to read? Go on, go on.
uh, lack of lack of personal development. Jim Rohn has been one of my greatest mentors and has taught me many life changing philosophies. In my opinion, none was greater than the idea that our levels of success will really exceed our level of personal development because success is something we attract by who we become. In other words, your level of success in every area of your life will rarely exceed and will usually parallel your level of personal development. That is, your knowledge, skills, beliefs, habits, etc. We touched on this earlier, but let's check in again. If you and I are measuring our levels of success in any area of our lives, health, finance, relationship, etc., on a scale of 1 to 10, we both want level 10 success. Agreed? Okay, good. Now, the problem is that most of us aren't investing time each day into developing ourselves into the level 10 people that we need to be that are capable of attracting, creating, living, and sustaining the levels of success that we say we want. As a result, we struggle to attain the levels of health, happiness, energy, love, personal, and professional success that we truly desire. During the Miracle Morning 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge, see Chapter 10, you will be given access to the Miracle Morning 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge Fast Start Kit, where you will be guided through the enlightening, sometimes painful but surprisingly enjoyable process of assessing your levels of success in each area. Then, after you have gained a heightened level of clarity and self awareness, you will be able to clarify your level 10 vision for each area of your life and then establish your next level goals for each area so that you can immediately begin making significant progress towards your level 10 vision. The most extraordinary life you can imagine is available to you no matter what's happened in your past, just waiting for you to develop yourself into the person you need to be able to easily attract, create, and live that life. The Miracle Morning will enable you to become that level 10 person you need to be to easily and consistently attract, create, and sustain level 10 success that you want in every area of your life. Always remember that when we fail to make time for personal development, we are forced to make time for pain and struggle. The Miracle Morning will give you that time for extraordinary personal development. Lack of urgency. Arguably, the single most significant cause of mediocrity and unfulfilled potential, which prevents 95% of our society from creating and living the life that they truly want, is that most people have no sense of urgency to improve themselves so they can improve their lives. Human nature is to live with a someday mindset and think life will work itself out. How's that working out for everybody? This someday mindset is perpetual and it leads to a life of procrastination, unfulfilled potential, and regret. You wake up one day and wonder what the heck happened? How did your life end up like this? How did you end up like this? One of the saddest things in life is to live with regret, knowing that you could have be or and do so much more. Remember, this truth now matters more than any other time in your life because it's what you are doing today that is determining who you are becoming, and who you are becoming will always determine the quality and direction of your life. If you don't make the commitment today to start becoming the person you need to be to create the extraordinary life you really want, what makes you think tomorrow or next week or next month or next year are going to be any different?
Yes. What happened, Anjali? Is everyone
Enough, yeah. I'm so sorry. You
okay? Yeah,
what?
I thought I am not able to hear you alone. Like I thought so. Okay, go on, go on. Yeah.
Okay. Step 3, draw your line in the sand. You have acknowledged and embraced the reality that 95% of society is struggling, and that if we don't commit to thinking and living differently than most people, we will end up struggling like most people. You have identified the causes of mediocrity you absolutely need to remain aware of and avoid. The third step is to draw your line in the sand. Make a decision as to what you are going to start doing differently from this day forward. Not tomorrow, not next week or next month. You have got to make a decision today that you are ready to make the necessary changes to guarantee that you will be able to create the life you really want. To take your personal and professional success to the level they have never been before. You have to be willing to commit at a level you have never been committed before. Are you ready to make that commitment? Your entire life changes the day that you decide you will no longer accept mediocrity for yourself. When you realize that today is the most important day of your life. When you decide that now matters more than any other time because it is who you are becoming each day based on the decisions that you are making and the actions that you are taking, that is determining who you are going to be for the rest of your life. The possibility of mediocrity exists for everyone because being mediocre simply means choosing, whether consciously or unconsciously, to be the same as you have always been. Mediocrity has nothing to do with how you compare to other people. It's simply a result of not making the commitment to continuously learn, grow, and improve yourself. Whereas being extraordinary, which leads to extraordinary levels of success, is a result of choosing to learn, grow, and be a little bit better each day than you have been in the past. We have all experienced the pain of regret, a result of thinking and talking ourselves into being, doing, and having less than we are capable of. Mediocre days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, months inevitably turn into years, and we don't start improving who we are and what we do now, then we are self created fate will then our self-created fate will be a life of mediocrity and unfulfilled potential. The reality is that if we don't change now, our life won't change. If we don't get better, our life won't get better. And if we don't consistently invest time into our self improvement, our life will not improve. Yet, most of us wake up every day and stay the same. I think you want more for your life. I know I do. If you are being completely honest with yourself, you truly want to live an extraordinary life. That doesn't necessarily mean being rich or famous. Everyone's dream is different. What it does mean is living your definition of an extraordinary life, a life where you get to call the shots and live life of your terms with the freedom to do be and have everything you have ever wanted for your life. No excuses, no regrets, just an incredible, meaningful, and exciting life. As stated so truthfully by best selling author Robin Sharma, one of the saddest things in life is to get to the end and look back and regret knowing that you could have been done and had so much more. While this is the self imposed fate of the masses, it absolutely does not have to be yours. Today, you can draw your line in the sand. You can decide that mediocrity is no longer acceptable for you. You can claim your greatness. You can choose to become the person you need to be to create the extraordinary life that you truly want. Your life can be filled with an abundance of energy, love, health, happiness, success, financial prosperity, and everything else that you have ever imagined having, doing, or being. The miracle morning can give you that life. But first, an important question. That is the next chapter. Why did you wake up this morning?
Okay, we'll stop here. And yeah, thank you for reading, everyone. And yes, we are open for discussion. For now, I would suggest that since we started a little late, sorry for my this thing, and because we have to discuss, and it's the last day of the week, we might go a little extending time today. I would suggest everyone to keep it short, but just in case, just keeping you all like aware that we might go extending, and if we do, whoever wants to leave, please feel free to leave. We are recording this. I don't know when we will start sharing it, but we will. And we so it's okay if you have something urgent, and if you can stay back, I would insist, please do. And yeah, let's go on, and we might like try to end it like maybe at 8:10 or 8:15 at the most. Let's see. And let's everyone be aware while speaking that others get a chance to speak too, so we keep our speaking short, so we all like end up speaking equally and sharing good insights together. Okay, so we are open for discussion now. A wonderful chapter, wonderful read. I really loved it personally. And yeah, who wants to go first? Want to share something, add something, or share the takeaways or something that was an aha moment for them today? Who would like to speak first? I would insist everyone to please take a chance to speak, because you never know whatever you share could be a really wonderful realization or learning for someone else. You don't know, like you don't know, like what will impact whom. So please
Uh,
feel free to share.
uh, if just to repeat, I love what the Pinakis are always say. Man is known by the company he keeps, to always try to be in a company of five successful people. So I, after hearing this or after following this, I find that yeah, this is very much true, and we do get influenced by the company we keep. People, a positive people motivates us, and they help us to reach a new potential. Yeah, this show us the how can we become more motivated. Just as Mansi, you motivate us to speak, even if a short sharing can help anybody. So this is the way how the positive mindset people can influence you. So this is the first and foremost point. Secondly, I loved think that if you every time even a small step can became your uh, just as he said, if alarm is buzzing and if you snooze it, and don't say no, I am committed to wake up at 5 o'clock, and I have to wake up at 5 o'clock. So how the small actions of yours help create your character. So this is what mm, what I find very much profound. Yeah, this was the short sharing, and if anybody, if I want to share something, I will share it at the end. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for sharing that, Pallavi. Yeah. At this, yeah. Maniji, yes, you can go.
see, yeah, based on so many things about just Palvi said, like company matters and so many things. Yeah, everything matters, and eventually, what I feel is action is the solution to every challenge we face on a day-to-day basis. Because sometimes what happens is that we keep delaying, we do procrastination, thinking कि क्या होगा, अरे, मतलब sometimes you get. इफ यू नीड सम हेल्प आल्सो समटाइम यू कीप ऑन प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटिंग कि उसको कैसा लगेगा या मतलब वो मना कर देगा थिंग्स लाइक दैट बट अल्टीमेटली सी आई थिंक द सॉल्यूशन टू एवरी प्रॉब्लम इज लाइक टेकिंग एक्शन because when you take action then only we can come to know what works for you and what does not work for you. So I think taking action is the highest challenge that we can overcome, and that is the highest reward we can give to ourselves. And also the author says in one of the book that the best way to love God is to take action and do your best every day. And when we start taking actions, basically we remove the regret from our mind. We might the regret might be about anything, and we immediately release the stress from inside us, and we feel so light. And then we can, when we take action, then we can think about the next steps, like what is working for you and what is not working for you. So I think taking step is very important aspect of making progress and trying to become what we wish to become. Because I share my own experience also that sometimes when I delay my actions, I happen to be stressful and keep thinking about it and not focusing on other things which matter to me. So I think, see, a day is a lot of time to do so many things. But sometimes what happens is that we keep overthinking, we keep delaying, we have fear of taking some action and fear of so many unknown things. But the point here is that action is the solution to everything, and don't expect every action to give you reward. But if you keep taking action on regular basis without delay, like if I have to do something today, don't delay it for tomorrow. So if we keep doing that, I think that's a great way to make progress, and that way we can be more, we can get more closer to our what we wish to become, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like the author says most people are in the fives and so many things like that. So for in my personal experiences and also reading from the books, my experience is that action is the main solution to all most of the problems in our day-to-day life. Because I feel that in life direction is important, not the speed. So if we keep taking actions, you are moving in the right direction, and ultimately you will reach your destination. But when we don't take action, we delay, we keep delaying, and sometimes we don't action on the right time, and we miss the opportunity also. So I think taking action on a day-to-day basis is the solution to so many things, and that can really help us to become what we want to become, both in terms of like different areas of life. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yes, very, very true, Manishji. Yes, you keep emphasizing on action, and I do agree. Yeah, Sunita, please go on. Yeah. Sunita, you want to say something?
Uh,
I
can I just share one point, Mansi?
Oh, is it Sunita or is it Pranavi? I'm sorry.
No, no, this is Pranavi here.
Oh yeah, I I thought it was Sunita because normally she is the one who has his name. I just
Okay,
replaced it with
all right.
your name was not visible. It was just iPhone. Okay, go on, Pranavi. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning to all. And um, yeah, one point, one takeaway from the thing you have read is that you need to always observe, like, how, I mean, what kind of friends are there in your group. Rather than that, I can add one more sentence to that. That is, you need to be selfish about what kind of friends you're selecting. How far that particular person would be responsible for your success. So you need to be selfish regarding that. So, and you should always measure how that particular opposite person is responsible for your success. And you shouldn't have the process of saying no to that particular group if they are not responsible for your success. You need to be conscious enough to select, and you should also be conscious enough to delete the person who is not responsible for it. Thank you all.
Very true, very well said. And yes, first of all, I feel that for that to happen, we need to be clear like what we want to do and where we want to go, like where we want to head towards. Otherwise, normally it happens that we ourselves are not aware of it and we just go with the flow, especially with friends. And so we don't even think in this direction. But yeah, I think, and that's how I love this Mhatre story, like that one beautiful. I'll share that again today and remind me if I don't. This I don't know if I've mentioned it many times before about this dragonfly story by Mhatre, where he says, right, like when we rise and when we grow, our company and our people around us change and shift. And because only the ones who match with our vibrations or whatever we are outgrowing, so if they are also outgrowing the same things, they match us. Otherwise, they just fall off from our inner circles or things like that. And that does keep happening to all of us time and time again. So it's okay, and that's completely, absolutely all right. Initially, I used to feel bad about it, but now I understand. No, it's that's how the way of life is, and that's completely okay. Because the ones who are there for you are going to be there for you, like who are meant to be. Otherwise, people just come in our life for a certain period of time, maybe to help us grow or deal with something or learn through some things, learn our lessons. Not everyone is meant to have a lifelong company. That's what I've realized, right? Like even life partners, you can't be like uh from you can't be like a lifelong company to each other. However, whatever it is, like, right? So that's what I just remembered and just wanted to share. Yeah, Pranavi, very well said. Thank you for sharing that. You want to add
Yeah.
something more?
Nothing much.
So you were there yesterday also, or what? Like, or other 2 days maybe with the same name iPhone, and I just assumed you to be Sunita. I'm
No,
sorry
no,
for.
no. Actually, my engineering friends have come to my home. So I just gave a passive ear to the, the reading sessions just for a few minutes. And if there is some service to be done to them, then I just logged out. So yeah, and I just thought of informing you, but then somehow I was totally lost in the other things also. And I'm
But
so
you
sorry for
will be
not.
there now, na? Going forward,
Yes,
like I'm just
yes, I
assuming.
would be there. I would be there. It was just a
Yeah,
matter of who I felt please. Yeah, thank
yeah.
you.
Okay, yeah. Everyone, each one of your presence does matter.
True,
So yeah.
true.
Thank you, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Deepa, please go on. Otherwise, I have some few takeaways. I'll share at the end. Yeah, Deepa, you go on. You go on.
Um, I'm not exactly telling anything related to our reading today. The thing is, I'm feeling very blessed and happy that today I heard Pallavi and Manish especially because they are in the part where things are happening. I'm really happy and delighted. I'm feeling more confident. Yesterday, the whole night I couldn't sleep. I was keeping a watch on what is happening. So I'm grateful for you, Mansi. And regarding the friendship thing and keeping people around us motivating us and keeping us uplifted, yeah, that is time and again I've been experiencing in my life. Like angels, people flutter into my life and they make things better. When I'm totally clueless, things get uplifted. And since last year, I found this group and I'm feeling so uplifted. Thank you. Yeah, and we can reach, beyond what we assume we are capable of. So the right company, the right mindset is very important, very essential. And time and again, I keep experiencing that. Thank you, and peace to everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Deepa, for sharing that. Yes, it is very important. And yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, I'll just share my takeaways. And yeah, in fact, I was also wondering, like everyone from our group is in the best shape and best state. Like the news over here are at least not showing anything like as such. Only the wars at the borders. But I'm hoping like everything is good for everyone, since we are from all parts over here. So yeah, so just to go back to the book. So what was my biggest takeaways were, I loved how the author has shared these uh, organizations or these names of these things that where we can associate ourselves with for better companies or taking. And I think really that makes a lot of difference because I have been part of BNI and I know how they operate and they have so many other themes. So I have not been very regular or like basically not a member over there, but I have been a visitor for a few times, like two, three times, couple of times, and I know a few things, and I want to be a member, but we don't have a branch nearby. So it's like a very far, very travel for me, like 2 hours of travel for me. So somehow that was never a priority. But now I'm thinking again on it. Maybe I should become a part, associate with it. But I know they have this different leadership programs and things happening for grooming and whatever. Like I experienced through the meetings. So it was so beautiful to have so many like-minded uh, business people over there, and the energy and everything, the vibes that get created and the influence that they have on you, where everyone is sharing their turnovers and everyone is sharing their collective turnover and things like that, and helping each other, giving each other referrals, and it was very different. I have experienced it. So I know how, and even our group, right, we do share things like so. So there is immense power to have this like-minded communities, because we necessarily do not have them in our surroundings all the time. So we need to design, and like I love that part where he said, right, like design your life. It's all about designing our life, and I am into that, and I just love that sentence, because recently I happened to do this DeVal course. So that's by the name of design your life, and in that also, no, there are these two three things which have stayed with me and which were very beautiful, and I'm looking forward to, in fact, creating something based on that, and I'll be introducing it soon. So so in that DeVal also, na, the main keywords or key takeaways were like living a life of and rather than a or. So basically, normally what we think is, okay, I can do this or I can do that. But what if we can do all of it and it's like a and life? So this is that one thing, and they help you to do that with their with the design thinking methodology that we use in there. And the second part is what I remembered is of the identity part, in again that we read in some other books on atomic habits as a key one of that. And even I remember seeing like a visual representation of something very similar in the Inside Out 2 movie. So where they show that this small tree of identity is getting formed in the core memory, and then something happens and that even demolishes, and then she recreates it, and that is a very beautiful representation of it. So I love that. So it is basically when he said, right, like most of us, we are living with the rear view mirror syndrome, like where we're just looking and believing our past identity, and that is why we are not able to move forward towards a new identity that we want to become, want to create. We're holding on to it. So that is one thing that just got stuck in my mind. About DVAL, I feel the two more things that I remember is living a life or anything that we do, doing it intentionally. So that was the word of my mentor who was facilitating us. And so intentionally has stayed with me, that word. And then again, another thing is our life is a portfolio of our experiences. So basically, uh, that's so true, right? I love this phrase, like our life is the portfolio of our experiences, and we are always recreating and rebuilding it, and that's so beautiful, right? Like why we do never see it that way. We only many times we see it as good and bad, something like that. We associate meaning to it. But what if we just look at it just as a portfolio of experiences and take things from it and then develop it further? So that becomes even more profound, I feel. So yeah, these two, three things, and I loved how he had shared these different things, and especially the 30-day challenge. I'm really looking forward to it and keen about it. And as he mentioned that he will talk more about it in chapter 10. I think by the end of this book, what we will also do, we will also have and create plans to have accountability partners and implement this. Let's start from this book. Anyway, this was on my list, and our list of taking books forward from whatever we are doing right now also. But so this is a good start, I feel. So we can start with this challenge by implementing with this book right away, and then seeing forward to it how we can like think about implementation of the other books that we have already read, and going forward maybe we can have something for that. uh, yeah, so there are some pros and cons I've experienced before on that implementation part, but we can talk about it when we come to it. Yeah. So I have a lot of takeaways basically, and I love how those after every important bullet point, that also, and that some last line, right? Like this last quotes or something he mentioned in 2 3 points, that were like again big takeaways for me. I'll be going back and highlighting them. So yeah, yeah, a lot of things I had to share somehow today. But yeah, love the part that we read today, and the way he emphasized upon not living a mediocre life, but rather living a life by design, and looking forward to it. So what beautiful and wonderful, eye-opening things. So yeah, anyone wants to share anything more? Otherwise, we can even close
I
for
just
today.
want to add a simple thing that you said ki BNI. So even I am the member of BNI here at Lucknow. What we have in BNI, all the matlab, we will have only one type of person in that BNI group. Say only one chartered accountant, or only one doctor, or only one trader. Say who is dealing with something. And here we all are committed to say, if I have any work for a CA, then the CA of that BNI group will be only offered that role. Yeah, so here we all the collection of that 10 or 15 people of group help them to promote the business of the people of their group only, and they are committed to, if they have any sorts, if say if in my BNI group there's a doctor, then I would refer that doctor only. This is the commitment we make while we joined the BNI committee. So it is for the upliftment, or yeah, for promoting the business of the people, those are the member of that BNI group.
Hi, this is Vidya. This is my first day. I've been a lurker in this group for a very, very long time. And I have a yoga class at 7 o'clock. So, and that used to be a priority. But more recently, I hurt my knee. And I thought I wanted to find out what else is happening at the same time. And it just chanced on joining this group. I feel so grateful and blessed that, even my, hurt knee has led to something which is like this community. So thank you for doing what it has been going on for so long. And I feel totally blessed that I was here this morning.
Wow, Vidya, thank you. Like it happens, right? Like many of us have started that way. And you have someone that does the same. Pranavi is also doing something similar. Like Pranavi, you want to add? You want to share with Vidya? So
Yeah,
yeah.
hi Vidya.
Hi.
Yeah, even I do take classes from 6 o'clock to 7:30. These
Mm-hmm.
days, I've just ended till 7:15 itself, and I never imagined that. Whenever Mansi used to tell that I'm shifting the timings, I said, "No, I have my class. I think I wouldn't attend." But then later, when you start taking things in action, no, it really works wonderful. So the moment I just finish off my class, I would just keep the reading session in the listening part, and it's really working very well. So I think you would utilize these sessions in a much better way. And I'm very grateful to you also because, yeah, when we have certain things, no, we just try to droop on that particular situation. I mean, the brood on that particular situation. But rather, your thinking is so positive that you're just trying to search the ways which are helpful for your progress. So, yeah, it's a good spirit, and we can learn so many things from the other people as well. And
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah,
In fact, I just got a message just now while you were speaking. I got a message from Sadhguru. He has this broadcast messages. So just now I got it that yoga means being flexible, not just physically, but mentally and in other areas also. So it is important that,
yes.
one is flexible to be able to explore and accept other opportunities coming in one's way.
And
Thank you.
there is something called as conscious and unconscious learning. So with the help of yoga, you have learned the flexibility. And now unconsciously you are applying in the materialistic world also the essence of flexibility, which is a good learning too. So thank you all.
Vidyaji, wishing you a quick recovery. I know how it's painful to have a knee injury. Mm.
Yeah, and we
Thank
we
you.
I believe Vidya that we are always at the right place and the right time, and it's okay. Like whenever we need to hear something, we just happen to be in that place somewhere. I just have experienced it, and I believe in it very strongly. So yeah, and we do have such synchronicities happening in the reading group also. So yeah, that's beautiful to have you. Any takeaways you want to share that just made you feel like, oh yeah, you are pleased to have been here today? Like anything that just uh you caught your attention, or were you there for the reading also? I'm not sure. Like I did not check that. So
No,
or you
I
just
joined a little late. I wasn't sure when this reading is. I wanted to be part of it.
okay.
Even when there was a poll going on, I did vote that I want to be part
Oh,
of it. I didn't want it to be, I wanted to be very much a part of it, but I have not been regular in looking at my WhatsApp messages, especially more recently. So I saw that it was open today, and then I just joined it. So it was
Yeah,
like I joined a little late, but I was listening to the part, the last 15 minutes, where it was, it was being discussed that, we need to take action. So I think that was, that pretty much summarized my life for me. I need to take more action in so many areas. So yeah, it was very, like you said, I was there at the right time.
yeah, I knew it somehow. Like because it happens many a times. I've seen it happen with so many people through all the years that we have been there. And yeah, so basically, we read from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So we meet from 7 to 8. That's the ideal time that we follow.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it happens that we go overboard, but we try not to most of the times. Today it's Friday, so we read from Monday to Friday, 7
Okay.
to 8, and in that 7 o'clock to 7:40 is ideally not exactly 7:75 and all, like because people join in and we start after we have a considerable number, like at least 4 5 people joining in. So
Mm-hmm.
then so if we read till 7:40, 45 approximately,
Mm-hmm.
depending on the topic that is ongoing, and then for the next 20 minutes we keep it for discussion. So
Mm-hmm.
we have come this way, experimenting a few things, and we going a little overboard of time and things like that. So learning
Mm-hmm.
through that, and now we have come to a point where we give more importance to reading
Mm-hmm.
than discussions, because so that we go away with taking the reading and whatever we have learned in depth. And but discussions are important because we get to know each other's perspectives. Everyone gets to share and understand one another's viewpoints and discuss a few things, express some doubts or takeaways. So that does help. Otherwise, we try, someone of us just try to keep track of the summary or something and give it, share it in the group, things like that. And we used to read in the afternoon times also. Afternoon time sometimes, mostly it is 3 o'clock, 3:30, or something around that. But
Mm-hmm.
we keep the poll and discuss, like shifting it based on people's preference and the book that we are getting selected. But currently, because I am occupied, as my daughter is having a vacation and all,
Mm-hmm.
and we have plans, we are going out. So in the afternoon times are not there, and we are also kept it open for other readers or leaders to take lead for any books that they can initiate and do it at their convenient time and choice of the book also. So we are
Mm-hmm.
open to all, and let's see, we are looking forward to have some more things so that we can help one another read more, help one another grow better, something like that. Let's see. So that's just, so currently 7 to 8 is this book is going on, and
Mm-hmm.
you can join us whenever possible for that. Like, yeah, please
Sure,
do.
sure. Thank you for sharing this information. I'll put it on my calendar because the next 3 weeks I am not going to be able to move my knee much. So, this is definitely something that I can participate in because it will force me to stay in one place and focus on something that is important. So, I will do that. So, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, great. And maybe this book was meant to be like and in the next 3 weeks we're definitely going to finish it. So you
Mm-hmm.
will be finishing this book with us. And even if you have not read it before, the PDF is already shared. If you cannot locate it, we can reshare it, or you can ask someone, and then you can just go through the part that you have not read. So you'll be able to connect better with it.
Yeah,
So
in
yeah.
fact, there is an app also which I had downloaded some time back, which is like it's a paid app. It's around like I think it's like 1,000 rupees or something, and it talks about it actually asks you to log in, track your activities and stuff. So I downloaded the free version just to see how it is, and then I felt that I should read the book and then afterwards do it. So it's all
Okay, so
coming
this
together in
books
some
app
sense.
you are saying, Miracle Mornings app?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I was not aware of it. In fact, even the author I did not see mentioned it right somewhere, we read today, right? He mentioned about this website and this challenge and some things like that. And we are looking forward to doing that also, like going forward. Let's see. But yeah, that's awesome. Can you just share that with us in the group, like the link of that app or something? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
everyone
sure.
who wants to, yeah.
I was just looking for savers and I found it.
Awesome,
So
awesome. So yeah, maybe you came in here to give us that also, like today. So awesome. So yeah, so see, we are collectively benefiting. So that all that happens. We are all co-creating, right?
yeah,
So yeah,
I think it's like 9.99 for a year's subscription on iPhone. So that's the charge. But I had downloaded the free version and then I downloaded the book also. So I have the PDF. I'll definitely catch up on what has been covered so far, and I look
yeah, yeah.
forward to joining you from Monday.
Yeah, today we finished chapter 3. So
Okay.
maybe even if you can dedicate some time and invest in it and then read like 1 or 2 chapters. So today, most part, like if you have heard of it, you'll
Mm-hmm.
get to like catch up with it. But just 3 chapters covered so far. So if you can
Mm.
just quickly go through them and you can cover it up through the weekend, from Monday onwards, you'll be in alignment with us and we'll be all on the same page. And do share
Sure.
about the app. It will be
Divya,
very, very beautiful to have that.
you please send the app screenshot because at times, now that we can remember, and again, the words gets confused. So the app screenshot would be better for us so that we can exactly, work on it and download and things like that. In the
Okay,
group,
Yeah,
you
sure.
yeah.
just send the screenshot.
You can, yeah, and you can share both. Like I think some many a time the app have that sharing option also, na, that directly
Yeah.
takes you to that link in Play Store in Android case, and in iPhone what it is, I don't. So iStore or something like that. So Apple Store.
You have you have something called
It's
as Apple Store.
it's called Miracle Morning Routine by Hal Elrod, the
Hal
author of the
Elrod.
book.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll also look for it, but you sharing it will make it
Sure,
easier for everyone.
sure.
So do that whatever you can, and then we'll also look for it and share. And we have both Android as well as Apple users in the group, so everyone can download as per their preference, like whatever it is. So
Okay.
yeah, we can make best use of it. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And yes, everyone, thank you for being there. Let's close for today. We have already gone over time, and it was a wonderful. Reading and discussion, and a good break like after this, like a good way to for us to reflect upon for the weekend and work upon it. So yeah, let's think about it, maybe dig down a little bit about the questions that have been asked, and reflections that the author has also talked about mediocrity. So maybe we can just reflect upon in the weekend that are we being mediocre in any of the areas of our life, and how can we make ourselves not being mediocre in that space, and maybe go back to the chapter and just go through it and work upon it, and then we will be reading further from Monday, so that will help us even understand it better. So thank you
Yes.
everyone. See you
Yeah.
all.
Thank
Happy
you all.
very
Yeah.
happy
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.